Hello everyone and welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. It's Andy and today we're going to discuss champions. If you've watched some of my recent videos, particularly the one on Lodric Falconheart, you may be pleased to know that I've managed to fully book him and you will get to see some gameplay from him in this video as we discuss champions and team composition. So if you're interested in that, I will try and put some times on the description of the video, so if you want to skip ahead, you're able to do so. If you do go skipping through the video, please first leave a like and a subscription. It's very much appreciated. So for those of you who have watched my last video, it was a brief rundown of the main ways that you can improve your account in Raid. And one of the areas we talked about was champions, and we're going to go into a little bit more detail about that today. This is going to be part of a little mini-series that I've decided to do, and we will touch on all of those areas, including the masteries, ascending, artifacts, and all of those types of things. So if you're interested in any of those areas in particular, do put your notifications on, and you should see a video on those fairly shortly. Into the video though. So the first thing I want to say about champions is the aesthetics. I mean, we've gone straight on to Mountain King there, who is by far and away probably the coolest dwarf in the game. I mean, look at him. And if it wasn't just his aesthetics, he is such a beast in the arena. We'll start in the arena and you'll see exactly what I mean. But we've got all sorts of heroes and champions in this game that just look absolutely fantastic. Now, Kuranar may be a little bit of a rip-off of Beauty and the Beast, but I'm not going to hold that against them because he, again, just looks so cool. And his abilities are very, very nice as well. Another one who I've been lucky enough to pull, who's got a great aesthetic, is Duck the Pierced. A little bit more morbid than perhaps some of the nice shiny Mountain King and other heroes, but he's so cool all the same. No, those are probably my three favourites, though Lodric Falconheart in himself is pretty cool. I mean, you can see where he gets his name from, can't you? So, in terms of what the champions actually do for you and how they can improve your account overall and improve your times and improve the damage you're able to do in the different areas of the game, if you take one thing away from this video today, and one thing only, it's that you do not need a team full of legendaries, a team full of epics. You probably do need some rares, but there are some very good uncommon champions in the game as well. So bear in mind that just because it's legendary doesn't mean it's better than what you have, and just because you don't have a legendary doesn't mean you can't clear the top end content in this game. So to back up some of what I've just said, you can see here that I have 3 champions on this account that I've gone to the trouble of making 6-star champions. One of them is a legendary, one of them is an epic, and one of them is Kale, a starter champion who you can pick when you begin this game, and I've chosen to bring him up to 6 stars before I've gone for Kuranar, a legendary, or any of these epics you can see here. And to be honest, Coldheart, another rare champion, albeit a void champion, may be the next 6-star that I do, because she is so unique and brings such a specific set of skills to different areas of the game that it's hard to overlook her. So let's show you what I mean. We start in arena as promised, and we'll pick any team generally and hopefully won't get embarrassed. We'll go for this. It's roughly an even fight. They have Miscreated Monster, who, as you'll all know, is one of the best champions in the game, or certainly one of the best epic champions in the game in my opinion. Very versatile. But we have the Mountain King, so let's see what we can do. So again, in the arena, it's all about synergy. You can see there that they have got the synergy of, they've got High Cartoon to bring up the speed, they've got Miscreated Monster to pop the shields on to keep them all alive, they've got the damage dealer, and in fact 2 damage dealers because they've got Athel as well. So my team has nowhere near the same amount of synergy, so it's probably not the best example, but Mountain King is designed to pretty much solo. You see there the absolutely massive hit he gets off on Miscreated Monster, and Miscreated Monster is gone. So there's no ally protection coming in to save any of these champions that are a bit squishier. Second attack will take out the damage dealer, and all the while Mountain King, I have built him with his masteries and with his gear so that he will heal, so that he's got a lot of health, and so that once he gets going, they're basically not going to stop him. So, little bit of an exception to the rule. I know that Mountain King can do this on his own, so I do. But his team was actually the better example there of, if I didn't have a champion that was as overpowered as Mountain King, he would have won that, and easily, because my team didn't have the same level of synergy. I should really show you one where the synergy is really good and probably beats me. This guy, you can tell he's got good synergy because he's in this tier of the arena with only 49,000 power. So let's see how it goes here. You've just seen what Mountain King can do to a team. But again, he's got Ceres, who does all the debuffs. He's got the speed increase from, I think it was Gogorob. And then he's got the 2 damage dealers in Kale and his Void Champion here. Now, we're going to try and do exactly the same thing again with Mountain King. But we may not get away with it because his team is too fast. That's why you need synergy. Massive power discrepancy, but he had the right champions in the right team setup, so he won. We'll look at another area where your choices for your champions is oh so important. We'll look at this, we'll look at the clan boss. You can see there that my team is 56,000 power compared to 81,000 power on this guy's team. And you can see that if he were to do another key with that same team, he wouldn't get close to the damage I've managed to do on the clan boss. That's because my clan boss team is designed to keep Kale alive so that he can continuously pop those poison stacks onto the clan boss. Poison, if you didn't know, is one of the best ways to do damage to the clan boss. And you've got Lodric Falconheart, who I think he's great for clan boss. I have booked him all the way up, so he's on a 2-turn, so I'm not speed tuning it to be optimal, but still, it's a big shield every 2 turns with the healing every turn from Sky Touched, with the decrease attack from Duck, and with the increased speed from High Cartoon. So all of my damage in that team is dependent on Kale, but he does a decent job for a fairly early game team. Now then, I've been asked about the spider, so I will go into the spider and show you what I'm able to do here. As you can see, I'm just about getting to the level where you can farm the spider for silver, because at 4 to 5 star artifact, it's probably better silver than the campaign. And you can see here, again, I've got Duck, I've got Mountain King, I've got Kale. Mountain King really is only in here because he's one of my strongest champions. When I have more 6-star champions that are fully mastered and fully geared, Mountain King probably comes out, because this is not his best area in the game. But he does do good damage to the spider, so that's why he's still in there at the moment. So let's see how he does. And obviously you're going to see Lodric Falconheart put his shields out, and a lot of healing from Sky Touched. So Kale is there doing his thing. Duck as well gets the debuffs out. And this is what I'm talking about, synergy. Duck is there to decrease the defense and the attack of the spider, and obviously the attack of all the mini spiders as well. He also manages to kill a lot of the spiders. So combine him with a champion like Kale, who has a great AoE attack. It just helps you to keep those spiderlings under control whilst ticking away at the boss health. And Mountain King, of course, comes in every now and again with a big hit on the spider and gradually brings it down. All the while, we have Lodric Falconheart putting those shields out every 2 turns, and obviously you can see the ally protect he's put on my healer there as well. And you've got my Sky Touched, who just heals them up to full while they're under that shield protection. So it's very hard for my teams in this arena to die now. So my team just gets to plug away against the spider and do its job. Eventually, Mountain King probably comes out, as I mentioned before. Cold Heart I would probably put in. Cold Heart, of course, has decreased turn meter on her A3 and will probably hit harder than the Mountain King in the higher levels of these dungeons, because her damage is based on the enemy health, and where you're dealing with bosses, the enemy health pool is quite significant. So you can see there though that I'm swapping like for like. So Mountain King is my big damage dealer, my big single target heavy hitter at the moment, and I would just swap him out for Cold Heart, who can do exactly the same job, only she does a little bit more. She does the decreased turn meter, and she also has a nice AoE in there to help with the spiderlings too. So even though she's a rare champion, in this, she is going to be better than Mountain King. You see I've lost Lodric Falconheart there. It shouldn't matter at this stage. Hopefully we'll carry on and get the kill. But obviously this is why I've not progressed much further at the moment. I still need a little bit more. Probably turn meter control would do it. Swapping Mountain King for Cold Heart would make that difference. Now I've said all that, it's starting to fall apart, so hopefully I don't get shown up here. Duck's going to fall over, there it is. Mountain King needs to finish it, and he does. So that's why I've not gone any further, but you can see there the basis of the team, what it's designed to do, and where its limitations are right now. Obviously better gear will increase the size of the shields. It will also increase the size of the heals from Skytouch Shaman and generally everything else. But the team, the basis, is there. And you don't need these champions to do that. You just need champions that can fill those roles, or champions that can fill generally defense, support, healing and damage. It is that simple. Find a team that works for you out of your champions that meets those criteria, and you will progress in this game. So, Fire Knight is probably one of the most extraordinary dungeons in the game. It's so different to all of the other dungeons. You can see there I'm not very far in the Fire Knight dungeon at the moment, and it's because I don't have the champions that really lend themselves to it right now. You can see there Cold Heart, I've just leveled her up to 5 stars because I need her for this dungeon. She has a 4 hit on her A1, which helps you get the Fire Knight's shield down. And then she has the turn meter decrease that I mentioned in Spider's Den, which will help keep his shield down once it's down. So a lot of the team is the same because those are my strongest champions. They offer some very good things generally across a lot of the dungeons, but Cold Heart comes in, and so does another quite cool champion, Beardal Fellhammer, because he has the counter attack which he places on himself passively every turn, and that then gives him a 2 hit and a heal reduction, all of which is very nice for the Fire Knight. So he's dislodged the Mountain King because there's no point putting the Mountain King in this dungeon, even though he is by far and away a better champion at the moment than Beardal. So I don't want to drag this one on too long, guys. That gives you the basis really of what your champions need to do to progress in the game. and why you don't really need a team full of legendary champions as long as you have a team of champions that work well together. Clearly, we will talk about leveling your champions up. That's one of the most obvious ways to improve how good every champion is, ranking them up and ascending them in a subsequent video. So if you're interested in that, then please do give a like, subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks for watching and take care.